Oh man, this is so wild. What's up everybody, Rob here, back again with another episode of Wasting Wildcards, and I'm trying to just jump into one last round of Standard before rotation, and I'm playing an archetype that basically I've been curious about ever since Conclave Mentor came out in M21. I just never got around to messing with the archetype, and that is just +1/+1 counters synergy beatdown. So basically the deck is based around getting value out of Conclave Mentor. Basically anytime you put a counter on something, you get 1 plus that many instead. So when you double these up, you start getting a lot of counters. Even one, you get a lot. You can essentially play these, you get an extra counter every time you play it. You can cast this and put 2 counters on everything. Scavenging Ooze gets 2 counters for every creature it eats. Ajani, again, you give your whole team counters. They double that up. Vivien can give counters, as we all know, but it also functions as a fight spell to kill opposing creatures, and also has the -5 -5 ability to go search something out from your sideboard. So my sideboard is kind of chock full of random value creatures in these 2 colors, whether it's like Baneslayer or Gargaroth for life gain, Shifting Ceratops against mono blue, Gemrazer for enchantment and artifacts, Knight of Autumn, Bloom, Hulk to just make stuff bigger. It's just a bunch of stuff that usually we don't use that ability, but you never know. So I'm going to be playing some best of 1, so these things might come in handy. Let's see, Venerated Loxodon, again, a great card. You can just tap stuff, add +1/+1 counters. Basri's Lieutenant is kind of the most kind of beefy thing in the deck. It adds a lot of resiliency to your creatures, and so basically everything in your deck is going to have a counter on it, and then if somebody were to sweep your board or something, you get all those creatures back in the form of a 2/2 knight, so you always get value from your creatures. And then if you play another one, you give everything else, your knights start becoming knights again. It's just, there's a lot of resiliency in the deck, and I'm a fan of it. I have a 1 of Feat of Resistance as just a protection spell against one of my more important creatures, and it's also a protection spell that adds a +1/+1 counter. So it serves multiple purposes. It's pretty good in this deck. Another fun synergy I like is when you play Incubation Druid, and then you put a counter on it with, say, Pridemalkin or the Solidarity, all of a sudden you got yourself a Black Lotus over here. Or, I guess, not a Black Lotus, like a Gilded Lotus. Where you can add 3 mana of any color. So as early as turn 3, you can go Incubation Druid. Turn 3, play Pridemalkin, put a counter on it. Now you have 3 more mana, and then you can cast another 2-drop or Stonecoil for 3. You can make a lot of mana pretty quick. So this is kind of my mana fixer of choice, and it actually eventually just becomes a good blocker and attacker. So there's a lot of fun little synergies here. It's very good against other creature decks that win by combat, because eventually we're just going to get bigger. I can definitely see there being some problems against things like Control or like certain builds of Sultai, but overall I think it's pretty okay, and it's super fun. I'm a big fan of +1/+1 counter decks. It's just fun to watch your numbers go up. I play Atraxa in Commander. I know I'm a terrible person, but I don't play Infect. Don't worry, it's more just counter based. And yeah, it's a bunch of cards that are going to be rotating. So let's bring it out. Let's try to do some good stuff. All right, here we are with game number 1, and this is looking like a pretty nice opening hand. We've got 2 Mentors, a Druid, and a Vivien. So if some of these things can stick around, we're going to be able to go off pretty good. And our opponent's slapping down a Forest, so we might be up against Stompy. I'm okay, I think we are. This isn't a matchup I'm very interested about, actually. We can eventually go bigger, but they can go bigger faster. So it's going to be kind of a race to... Ooh, they missed their 2-drop. That's a great sign for us. So if I can go Mentor, Vivien, we're going to have a very, very beefy board very quickly. So let's see. Primal Might, all right. That's fun. Get to gain life, though. That's another fun thing about this against creature decks. And hey, we got a replacement. So let's go Conclave Mentor again. Next turn, Let me see here. I could go Vivien, or I think I'm actually going to double up here. So I'm going to go Mentor, Incubation Druid. Next turn, we can Vivien and make our stuff real big. Turn on the Incubation Druid. Be able to make a lot more mana. All right, so Gemrazer, gonna have a 5/5 here. So I'm not gonna block. I'm gonna go pretty low here with the hopes that I have these Conclave Mentors to turn everything around for me soon enough. So I'm gonna go here, here. So it's fun because they trigger off of themselves as well, so it's not like you, or, you know, you just, I get multiple triggers. So, what I can do now, play Vivien, keep the new Vivien, kill the Questing Beast, get around Death Touch, and hold back to block. That's a lot. Yorvo, okay. Scavenging Ooze, okay. So they got themselves a grower over there too. What do they have in their graveyard? Just one Questing Beast. And we have just a Vivien. So we have to block here. Oh, wait, it's protection from multicolored. Wait a second. Yeah, oops is right, man. Oh, yeah, they could have, definitely could have killed us. Definitely could have killed us. Not the smooth. I'm going to keep this in my hand just so they think I'm doing something tricky. So I can profitably block here, or I can't properly block here, but you know, I will gladly chump. I would block here. I would help pad my life total. So what we really want now is just more ways to make our battlefield grow. So something like an Ajani, another Vivien would be awesome. So let's do this. It's going to be a lot of trades going on. Their Scavenging Ooze is going to grow a lot. Yep, a lot more food in the graveyard for that Scavenging Ooze. That thing's going to be, what, like a 8/8 or a 9/9 even? Yeah, they got 3 more things to eat. So that's going to be a big Scavenging Ooze. So we're going to have to get pretty lucky. Oh, that was a temple. For some reason, I thought that was a temple garden. That's what always happens. I would have played this. That scry would have definitely been nice. All right, so now we're just praying to the gods. The top of the deck gods. That is a not bad draw, I'll tell you what. Don't want that. I'm running 2 of these just because it does fix my mana in drastic situations, but it also gives you cycling. So don't want to draw something that I'm eventually just going to cycle. So I will gladly block here with the Loxodon, and hopefully we draw into something impactful on the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we played like a Stonecoil Serpent, that could be pretty nice. Gemrazer, that's scary. I can't even double block with these because it's got pro multicolored. Oh, wait, never mind. That's not on a Stonecoil Serpent. So they could attack, and I could block with everything. Everything would trade, and I would gain a lot of life. Ooh. A Scooze of our own. All right, so we're going to pass the turn. So now we're in the fun situation where it's who eats first. All right, that's not what we need. Oh boy. Basri's Lieutenant would be pretty nice too. We could throw a counter on something and just give ourselves a little bit more of resiliency. Okay, so they're going wide. Come on, give me something good. Oh, you jerk. All right, well, let's play that. All right, well. We're pretty dead to like a Primal Might. That's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. So let's go like that maybe. Then we're not just completely dead, are we? No, that should be fine. And it'll help kind of make our team a little bit bigger. Still got mana to use the Scavenging Ooze too if stuff were to die. Yeah, staring down an 11/11 gets kind of scary. Ooh, that's a good one for my opponent. That sucks. Whew, okay. That's not your typical main deck stompy card, I'll tell you what. All right, come on, give me something good. That's not bad. That is not bad. All right, so now my team is nice and thick. So they can like throw away their Elder Gargaroth and get some small value from it. But yeah, we're definitely blocking that guy. And now we wait. We wait for them. You know what? Nessie and Hornbeetle's probably really good in this deck. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Maybe I'll have to try that. All right, they have more green mana to race me to the Gargaroth. But I do have another Scavenging Ooze. So I think now we really just want to continue to grow into just completely insane sized creatures. And once that happens, okay, Questing Beast, that's fine. We're still bigger overall. Questing Beast looking to trade. Trade with a Scavenging Ooze. Don't want a big Death Toucher able to kill my important things. That's a pretty good one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's cast this for 8. The one thing that stinks about Stonecoil Serpent is that it can get blown up by Gemrazers, but luckily they've already cast 2, 3 of their Gemrazers. So they most likely don't have many left. But again, I tapped out, so free range to win the Scavenging Ooze battle. Gonna gain 10 life from this. All right, so say we're to attack right now. Let's just do some basic math. I'd be attacking for 18, 23. I'd be attacking for 32, and they can block 3, 4, 21. Okay, so I'd only be getting like 9 damage through, so no attacks. So what we really need to do is draw into a Pridemalkin, give everything trample. That would totally help. I'd also be able to start boosting some other friends over here. Oh no. Blowing up my Stonecoil. Okay, well hey, they have no more Gemrazers. We know that for sure. Yeah, that thing's gonna keep getting big, but luckily... I wonder what we want to do here. What do you... Are they just trying to go all the way with the Scavenging Ooze? I don't think I'm missing anything here. Was that a I give up? I don't think so. I wonder if we could fetch with Vivien. Vivien could probably get us out of here. I gotta say, by them throwing away those 2 creatures, I'm starting to feel pretty good about it. Alright, now I'll definitely cycle one of these. Hey, and there's my friend. Alright, so let's... Don't want to spread the love. Yeah, let's spread the love. Let's give everybody a counter. So now everything has a counter. Everything has trample. So if I attacked right now, they'd block the 10-10, and they would take 13, 25. But then they'd kill me on the crackback. So we are going to hold back. Ooh, a great henge. That's a good draw. That is a very good draw. So I don't know if we have any main deck answers to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're back at the 8. Pretty soon we're going to be able to attack for lethal if we keep having lucky draws. They're
more ability
going
we
to
should
keep...
do more to the
What is
book.
that?
So
What is... Why is... I had Twitch in the background watching the historic arena open, but... Or, arena... Historic Mythic Invitational? Is that it? Something like that. Garruk's Harbinger. Not bad. Not bad, my friend. Draw a card. They're gonna start value towning pretty soon. You know what? My friend here is giving me some great ideas for this deck. The Great Henge. Ooh, that's a good one. Put it on myself, right? Oh, yeah. So now I can attack. If they kill stuff, it just comes back. The only thing about that is that if they kill stuff, they'll be able to eat it with their Scavenging Ooze Gemrazer. Alright, so I attack with everything. Oh man, I wish I had an Ajani. Give everything Vigilance. Then I would just freely attack all day. Would I have 1 or 2 Ajanis in my deck? Alright, we're going to hold back one more turn. This is a wild game. This is a wild board state. Come on, Ajani, give me it. Not Ajani, but it's not... It's actually pretty good. So let's do this. What's the smallest creatures I got? 1, 2... I still have enough blockers to not really worry about it. Alright, so that added a lot of power to the board. So we're getting to the point where their 39 to 41 life total isn't going to be that scary. Oh man, this is so wild. All right, so everything has trample. So they can eat one thing here. So I want everything to be as big as possible. So I'm going to put this on this Loxodon. And can I do it now? Can I just attack? I don't want to just stupidly lose here. This has been one hell of a match. Okay, so let's do some math here. I think we just have it. But let's say our biggest... Okay, my opponent did the math for me. But yeah, that was... Ooh, gaining like 20 life off of a Scavenging Ooze and the Great Henge there. Interesting. I am... So there's definitely going to be a Zendikar-based +1/+1 counter deck. There's a lot of cool synergies in the new, like, the spoilers. So I'm going to build this again, but we are losing some of the funner cards in the deck. So maybe I can squeeze in one more recording, like a version 2 in the next couple days, where I try Nessian Beetle and I try a couple Great Henges. Because Nessian Beetle would just constantly grow. Like every turn it would grow a lot. And in creature matchups, that would be really good. Speaking of really good, this is a pretty good hand. I'm gonna keep this. Go Scooze into Pridemalkin or Scooze into Eden something. Get our Loxodon going on pretty soon. Okay, so Godless Shrine. This could be any mix of things. This is probably like a Doom Foretold deck, I would guess. Which I guess if we can get enough creature, if we can get like a Basri's Lieutenant online early enough, that would be okay, because then at least our creatures would get replaced when they get swept. Okay, definitely against Doom Foretold. Oh, sweet. That's radical. So let's do that just so I can attack through that if they block. I guess I could have done that, and then either way it would have got 3 through, and then if they cast a sweeper, no matter what, I would have got 2 knights back. The beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land token, non-land permanent. Okay. Get rid of the cat. Trample's not super relevant right now. That's pretty nice. So I can do this now. Pretty soon I will also be able to -5. And I can search up like a Knight of Autumn or a Gemrazer or just kind of an answer to this deck. So even a sweeper right now is not great against my team because I can just pretty soundly keep this stuff alive. And yeah, any creature I draw is just going to be good because it's just more crap I can throw to Doom Foretold. Unless they have exile-based removal. Okay, not a bad hit, not a bad hit. So here, I think I want to get rid of the Scooze. Just because I want my Lieutenant to stay online. Continue to put counters on stuff. So now I can just keep sacrificing stuff, keep getting night value. They could cast a sweeper. I'd get a bunch of tokens. That would also be good. Oh no. That's even, odd, even. So they're going to cast even. I can bring them down to 1 next turn. If I draw a Conclave Mentor, so we're going to get rid of the Vivien. So Heartless Act doesn't even kill this guy. Makes him a little smaller. So they could kill him, and then next turn I would have to kill this one. Oh man, this is close. Okay, so they had it. And they have 1 thing more to sacrifice than I do, so unfortunately we are going to be... Alright, well they got backups on backups. Okay, so we're just gonna hold out now. They get 2 knights of their own. They're not playing blue. Unless they just haven't drawn it, so I don't think I have to worry about a crazy Dance of the Manse coming out. But I feel like when you're doing this, Dance has to be part of your deck, right? Because how are you going to win without it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go 1, 2. Just going to keep his loyalty high for now. So if they're not playing blue, unless they are playing blue and they just have a fistful of blue cards and we're just lucking out, that would be awesome. Okay. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why they would shock themselves. Wait. Oh. Golden Egg makes blue. That's bold. Okay, so they're not even running any blue sources. That's that is in fact one way to do it. All right, so this can attack through these. All right, never mind. I think they got there. I think they got there with 1 goddamn life. Wow. That was interesting, for sure. Gotta say, been having some interesting games with this +1/+. Wow, that was a slur. I feel like people who watch this channel probably think I'm super drunk all the time, but actually I've just been drinking iced coffee, and I think I'm tired. I'm always so tired. Having a small child makes you so tired. All right, let's do this one more time. Let's try to go 2 out of 3. And if we go 2 out of 3, maybe we'll try to go 3 out of 4. Get from a 66, which is just barely a passing grade, to like a 75, which is like, you know, I got plenty of 75s back in the day. And this is a pretty okay hand. Worst case scenario, we go Druid into this, and then we have a lot of mana, so we're going to keep this. All right, against mono red. So we're definitely playing this tapped then. I guess I could have played this for 1, maybe drawn out a shock or something, so this has a better chance of living. You could also play this and this, and then next turn some other stuff, but I think the biggest payoff here is to get Incubation Druid online so we can start casting really big Stonecoils. Well, there goes that idea. So now we can make a 3/3 Scavenging Ooze. But I think maybe I just want to play a 3/3. This is a good blocker. Next turn I can maybe go Scooze and eat a couple things if this dies. Which it probably is going to. Scorch Bitter is going to lead to more damage currently. My opponent is screwed on mana. That would be, again, kind of a perfect situation. All right. Ooh, a green mana. That's what I want. So now we've got a lot of ooze food. So now we can't get burnt, or our ooze can't get killed by one burn spell. We're going to be able to pad our mana, or not pad our mana, pad our life total a little bit, which is awesome. And now we have a little bit more options if we can just kind of stabilize here. All right, Anax is annoying, but I don't think they want to trade here and have me eat something else. All right, so let's go... Play this for one. Play... If I play that for one, can I still... Do I want to spread the... How do I want to spread the love here? Maybe like this. So I got to fear the cleave, as always. As you do, you fear the cleave. They got 2 cards in hand. Okay, great. I love when they play that stuff main phase. Yeah, you know, I'm definitely going to do this trade here. They'll get 2 satyrs, but I get a lot more ooze food. Okay, we got a temple, so we can scry into stuff. Vivien's nice. Can make a 4/4 blocker here. Maybe that's what I want to do. Once I can kind of stabilize a little bit with my board, I can start gaining life with my Scavenging Ooze. Why does my Twitch keep on muting? Stop. All right, another Annex. That's annoying. So we're going to block. They get 2 more satyrs. So I can Vivien, kill something, eat something. They get a lot of 1/1s, which is not bad because a 1/1 with Embercleave is a lot scarier than like a 7/7 with Embercleave. They could totally just kill Vivien now, just attack in, do a lot of damage. But I'm going to be able to gain a lot of life pretty soon. So I can basically gain 6 life. And I'll have a big beefy ooze here. Robber the Rich is annoying. Like, if they go face with everybody... Okay. Hit a land. I like that. So let's kill the Robber. I take a lot of damage. All right, another land. So they're going to attack for 8. Oof. So I can get 2 blockers and gain 1. So I'd go to 5, and I'd be able to block 7. No, that's not going to work. So I think it's time to just feed. Will that even keep me alive? Did I mess this up? So I block the 3. And I take 9, actually. Ugh. I can gain 3 more and go to 8. I think, am I just dead here? I think I'm just dead here. Yeah, I think if they just throw everything at me and then they activate the castle, yeah, we're definitely dead here. We did not get there. Those 6 little guys. Yep. Make the night bigger. I mean, if our opponent is blind and misses out on the, that, I mean, no, we're just dead no matter what. They don't even have to activate it. GG, my friend, GG. Yeah, I guess that wasn't quite fast enough. You want to go wide and big. All right, so here we are with another one. And this, again, just got some good cards, but it's not what you want to do. This, it's not great, but it could be a little better. Let's get rid of the Scooze. I don't want to get screwed on mana. So, oh, and we're up against a life gain deck. This could be interesting. So we can get our Incubation Druid online quick. That would be ideal. Alciad. All right, so you could probably expect like a Heliod. So we got the Mentor, which is nice. What is that? Okay. Interesting. All right. A mono all that glitters, eh? Well, I'll block here, I guess. They might have that fight as one. Don't want to lose my druid yet. All right. Well, that's going to be a problem. What can I do? So I can cast Basri or Ajani. They're going to start popping off angels real fast, so we need to get big and we need to stay alive. So let's start like this. Next turn, hopefully, we can stabilize a little bit if we don't just completely die. Yep, we're going to take a lot of damage. I don't know how we're going to stay alive here. This is a sad turn of events. I can gain 3 life. That's exciting. All right, well. Look at that. I made my team bigger, and now I'm just going to lose. Okay. That was the best I've ever seen that mono white do in standard. That was pretty impressive, actually. Oh yeah, they wouldn't be playing Helia because they're playing Laris as their companion. That's pretty spicy. That is pretty spicy. I've been seeing some pretty spicy lists. I was playing Historic earlier and I got blown out by friggin' Mono Red Devotion. Check out my Merfolk video if you want to see that. But yeah, I've been getting like a lot of just inspiration. It's pretty cool. This is, again, not great. So we're going to have to mulligan that. Again, also not great, but at least we got an Incubation Druid and we can cast something a little better for that. Got a Basri and a Vivien. A Basri and a Vivien, so let's keep 6. Let's put the feet on the bottom. Having the Incubation Druid is nice just because it's a decent blocker of 1/1s and you can add any mana color, so it's kind of like a... This or like Paradise Druid in a lot of decks. Most decks play Paradise Druid because of the hexproof, but this deck really can take good advantage of the +1/+1 counter. So now, even if we screw up on our mana, which is very possible, or yeah, I'm not gonna block here, my friend. Please don't shock it. Yes. Please don't shock it. All right. So now we can do this, which is very nice. Not that this is going to do anything, but we can eat that. Now that is the fun little pizzazz that I love doing with this deck. And now next turn, we can play Basri's Lieutenant or Vivien. Unfortunately, we're 1 mana short of doing both. But I think... no, let's keep that untapped. We'll pay 2 life. We'll make our Scavenging Ooze a little bigger. Because I really want this to survive through a shock more than that. Trample's nice, but our old nemesis, Annex. Okay, so now we can double spell. So now we have plenty of blockers, so I'm not worried about the satyrs. So we'll just get rid of you. I'll get this on the battlefield. We'll use the extra mana to eat this. And I'm going to hold back again. Mentor would be awesome because then I can start beefing up the team with Vivien. Or rest in peace, Vivien. You served your team well. Mentor would still be pretty nice because my Scavenging Ooze would be able to grow quite large. And that's not that, but you know what I can do? Can adapt you. At least there's something to do with the mana here. Ooh, nice. All right. Good play, my friend. Good play. I'm going to pass the turn here. Well, I got some food for the Ooze. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a spicy, spicy friend. But luckily, I can still block some stuff. And I can gain a little bit more life here. So a Vivien to kill Torbran is really what we want. Stonecoil is not that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So I can make an 8/8. I'll take it. Ooh, an Annex, okay. Sure, you can start chipping away with that. I'll block with my biggest guy just because who knows what kind of nonsense I'm going to be dealing with. They get satyrs, but I get food. So I don't know what's better here. They want to go wide so I can't block and they can pump stuff up with Embereth. So, again, Torbran really throwing a wrench in our plans here. Annex is just crazy big right now. Embercleave would completely destroy us. All right, well, my opponent's kind of taking the approach I took in my mono green matchup where they're just waiting until they can go so wide that I can't live. Again, just double checking. I don't have anything to eat. Well, it's another blocker. Yeah. Here's to hoping we can survive a couple attacks. Two cards in hand. That Annex is scary. If they throw an Embercleave on the Annex, we are quite dead. I mean, they have a ton of attackers here. We might... If we wouldn't die that turn, they could have killed our entire board. God dang it. Oh, that's not what I want. I think we might be dead soon. Yeah, I think we might be dead soon. No, not my Bone Crusher Giant. Or, no. Not Bone Crusher Giant on my Basri. Well, it's one more life. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, we still got a lot of lands in this deck. That's the frightening. Okay, so if they Ember Cleave right now, we'd be dead still. So I gotta throw a lot of beef in front of this. So I'd be attacking for 20. This would block 12 of it. First hit would kill one thing, but then... Oh, wait, Torbrand. I might be dead now. That's unfortunate. Luckily, I can eat stuff after the first strike damage, and I might just barely be able to stay alive. This is bad. This is bad news. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. We are so dead. Yeah, they're going to slap that on a Fervent Champion for free. And good game. That was a good game, though. That was, at least that was back and forth. It was a little bit of a... It was a little bit of something. I'm beginning to think this deck needs, like, one of... I really think it just needs a, henge. I think it needs, like, 2 henges and maybe Nessian Beetles. So, yeah, that was my first take on this archetype. Let's take a look. Let's see where we can change some things. So... Obviously, you need the Mentor. Stonecoil Serpent is an all-star. Pridemalkin, I like the idea, but a 3-drop 2/1 that gives stuff trample and 1 counter may be underpowered. I think this is probably where we would want to replace stuff, and I think maybe like 2 henges in the place of the Pridemalkin, and maybe like 2 Nessian Beetles. Incubation Druid too, maybe. It's not the best, but it lets you ramp into your bigger things, and if we were playing Henge, you'd probably definitely want that. But yeah, Vivien, again, you really want Vivien. Vivien's awesome. Maybe I want to go like 4 Vivien, just so I always get them, and like 1 Ajani, but Ajani's also good. Giving yourself Vigilance and pumping it up is really powerful. So I think the overall core here, maybe we don't need 4 Scoozes too. I think that's something we can cut. Definitely. Okay, well, you know what? Thank you all for watching. This has been my rough draft of +1/+1 counters. Now that I've been through a bunch of games, I'm going to add a couple little tweaks here and there, and keep your eyes out for version 2 of the deck. I'm pretty excited to make another one.